Hey everyone, it's Kong again with Event Plot Battle number 5 for the Fireworks Festival. This one is Girl on Girl? Oh my. And the key to this battle is this little defensive buff that Lana and Liana have. Basically, you can't do any damage to them until after you have killed one of the skeletons and one of the angels. It says you have to hit them, but you actually do have to kill them. So what you need to do is kill an angel and kill a skeleton, and that strips their defensive buff, and then you can go in and put an attack on them. So I'm just getting set up in this little V shape with Freya's barb, and you'll see why on this turn, because Freya is basically going to be a mad demon barber. Every enemy's going to come in and basically obliterate themselves. So on the first turn I also attacked that top angel with D-Heart, and that was so Freya would kill one with the barb. That just sets me up to have an easier time getting ready to attack after this turn is done. Because now that one of the angels has already killed itself, I only need to kill a skeleton with Tiaras, and then D-Heart can go up and attack Lana. So every turn, Lana and Liana will either summon a new god or attack you. So I'm just going to keep Freya set up with her defensive skills whenever I can. Tiaras is going to finish off this super weak skeleton. Thank you, Freya. And then D-Heart's going to move in and get the first big attack in on Lana. Now, because of that forest tile, he can't move away, but it actually works to my advantage, because Freya is going to guard Lana's melee attack. It's just a little bit of extra damage. And of course, some more barbs. Now we have time to go make some popcorn while Freya does her business here. It's almost like watching something on auto battle. Sadly, all of the enemies are going to be dead here right when Lana and Liana get their buffs back, which means I can't really do anything this turn, but it does give me a chance to get set back up in my little V formation. We'll just buff up. Freya's barb has worn off here. So we're going to have to take a couple hits. This is another kind of puzzly battle where you have a lot of time to get it finished, so not too worried about these little lull turns in between. It gives you a chance to get Freya's barb set back up. D-Heart's going to do the same thing he did on turn 1, which is injure this angel so that it will barb itself on the enemy phase. So the angel is toast. Tiaras can finish this skeleton off. Sadly, D-Heart is pretty beat up from that lightning bolt that Lana threw at him. But he's still going to be able to chuck enough damage at her to finish her off. Now, RNG might come into play on your run if you're playing this exactly the same as me. You know, there's always a chance that you'll do slightly less damage and that attack won't finish her. So this is where the battle goes into the second phase. Now that Lana is dead, Liana has this kind of rage mode. I'll click on it here in a second. So now that one of them's dead, she does greatly increased damage. But this is how we finish off the fight. After the end of her turn, she loses a quarter of her max HP. So she's essentially a ticking time bomb now. She only has 4 turns of life left. And that's important because there's no Lana left to summon Dark Gods anymore, so we don't actually have a way to strip that defensive buff off Liana. So the way to beat her is essentially to just hold out, keep Freya's defensive buffs on, and then stay healed up with Tiaras. And after 4 attacks, Liana will do herself in. Get rid of this pesky angel just because. Heal Freya back up, since Freya's taking most of the attacks. The barb damage does help. She takes more than enough damage to cover that holy word healing that she's doing. We're just staying healed up here. Liana will come over. Occasionally, she still summons, and then she takes big damage. Now, it looks like she has no hit points left, so even with the defensive buff, Freya's barbs should be able to finish her off. I don't think D-Heart will do any damage, but Freya should be able to take her out. Oh yeah, before even entering combat. So that's it for that battle. Fairly simple, you just have to stay in formation, use your buffs, and really lean hard on Freya. So hopefully that was helpful. Go and get those Vargas shards, enjoy the fireworks, and happy Langrissing.